we are indeed. I'm feeling, I'm looking happy that I'm not happy. Ah, yes, I've got one on me, as they say. It's not my fault. Whose fault is it, Charlie? Yes, some of you lot. Right. How many shows have we done so far, Charlie? That's right, I don't know. I would say 7. And it's nice that Alex is here, the Hartfords. And it's nice that Penny is here and Georgia are here. That's very, very nice. But we had an agreement. The topics are here. Will and Jack, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. They're here. Let's have a look again. She's not here yet. Okay, I'll tell you when. But we had an agreement. Had an agreement. And the agreement was that this was story time before, that's the international sign for before time. And everybody said, oh, Gordon, you read a story when you're in self-isolation, involuntary solitary, for your granddaughter Penny. And we would like you to read a story for bedtime. Bedtime. The clue is in the word bed. Time for bed. So you are wearing your PJs. Yes. You are wearing your tops and your bottoms. Doesn't have to be matching. You can have Harry Potter on the top and a frozen bottom. That's up to you. Night skirts, night dresses, what have you? T-shirts. Got some T-shirt news in a minute. But I've got to say, what's happened, I've heard on the grapevine that some of you are staying up to watch StoryTime on GGTV. Right. Yep, that's right. So, defeating the point and the object. There is no point in having StoryTime for bedtime if you don't go to bed. It's not me, powers that be. No, not up in the space station. I am live. Well, I feel, you know, at my age. No, you can't. No, not yet. No. So in future, we're going to have to see Grace is in her PJs ready for bed. Amazing, Grace. Fantastic. Maximus, well, he's obviously his PJs, he goes to sleep about lunchtime. But we've got to get this sorted, girls, boys and girls, mummies and daddies, grannies and granddads, social workers. Got to get this sorted. Because I could get into trouble with the authority. They'll say, GGTV is not filling its remit. That's grown-up speech for doing it. Right, so in future, I'm going to say Sunday night is going to be the last night. You can just swat around doing handstands and gymnastics and working out if you're going to watch Britain's Got Talent or Harry Potter. So the last night, we've got to get ready for bed so that we can wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and annoy mummy and daddy. Oh, that's more like me, isn't it? Am I live? Yes, I'm live. Who we got? I got Alex. Now, I've got to say this. This is very, very important. Very important. Now, let me just have a look. I don't know if you've noticed, but you see, I wear. See, Maximus is ready. PJ's ready for story time. Maximus is an example to us all. Show them. Right. I don't know if you can see, but I wear a dressing gown because I'm ready for bed. And I've got the frozen bottoms on. Right. Sometimes I sleep in a T-shirt. And Alex, who's my number one fan, Auntie Deb's turned up at last. You're going to have to help me with this, Uncle Kaz and Auntie Deb, right? And I've put up with these. These are grannies and granddads. You know, ancient types, grandma, right? How can you be late when you're in self-isolation in your house? You're there already. You can't lose. I mean, if you lose anything during the paramedic or whatever it's called, when you lose anything, you know it's in the house, don't you? So you can't be late. Right. So this is from my number one fan, Alex. It's very good, this, isn't it? Alex. He sent me, and I think Mum might have been involved. This. I'm going to have to stand up for this. Now, I don't know. I hope YouTubers can see this and Twitter. I'm going to stand up and see. Look at that T-shirt. And the great thing is about it, I hope this is coming up. Look, see, this is a child playing with a dolly. Now, down here, can you see in the basket? They're all superheroes. So there's Buzz Lightyear and there's Batman, right? If I go down, who's his superhero? It's a nurse. That could be a him or a her. I'm not too sure. That's very good. So thank you so very much. We're very pleased with that. And I not only did I show you the hold of Charlie at the same time. You forgot your name there. I would have forgotten your name if it hadn't been screwed on. Right. So there we are. So thank you very much. This is my pride and joy. This is my superheroes, super angels, heroes, nurses. And it's a Banksy, isn't it? Yes, it is a Banksy. I was going to say that, Louis, but you just beat me to it. The script that rolls, this is the international sign for a script rolling. I haven't quite got to that yet, but it's a Banksy T-shirt. Amazing is that, Banksy just slips in and slips out, and all of a sudden he's painting. How did he manage to paint this T-shirt without my knowing it? Yes. I must have had a good night's sleep that night. I do live in a world of my own. So we're almost ready for the story tonight. Another one, and it's another one from, I think, our favourite book so far. I think we're all agreed on that. No, Louise, thank you so very much. No, Louise and I are bonding. You see, bonding. We're curbing, we're bonding. We've got a nice Banksy T-shirt. It's a beautiful T-shirt. Very good. I wonder, Louise, you're allowed to do this now. Don't be sorry. Louise, where's the original? Where's the original? Hey? Not on my back wall, is it? I'd like to know when the original of this is, because he does that, doesn't he? Charlie's going to get the book. He says, sorry to interrupt me and Louise. So that's very good. So we haven't got Becca and Silas here, from Michigan, and the Bunkers. Excuse me, I have to wash my hands now. Joe. Right. And Chris Harper said, that's Alex, isn't it? It's got to do his teeth. Louise thought this was the original. Well, it might be. We don't know, do we? eBay! No, it's a gift. You wouldn't sell a gift, would you? Right, so just waiting for the story. Great joke for you tonight. Tonight's joke is a classic joke. We put that. It's almost Antique Roadshow type joke. It's only sort of Walk of Fame of kids' jokes. But no such thing as an old joke, but always a new audience. So standing by. Thank you for all your little emojis. YouTubers and you twits, I do apologise. Last night we weren't broadcasting to you. Something happened. I have no idea what it was. But something happened. Most probably Bill Gates hadn't paid his phone bill or something like that. And you weren't to see us. Okay. And you 2 or 3 viewers make all the difference. Okay, so thank you very much. And when I stand up again and show everybody the T-shirt, this is my Banksy T-shirt from my #1 fan, Alex, and there's the superhero, and it's a nurse. That's it. There we go. Now, talking to dollies, hello. Penny's got a dolly. Well, Penny's got about 4,000 dollies, like her sister Georgia, who's got about 5,000 dollies, and creatures and bobbies and all that. Sorry, okay, you're with me up to speed. That's the international sign for up to speed. Okay, she's now got her dolly going to Hogwarts. It's a fantasy thing, so it doesn't matter about the lock-up. So she might post a picture later, but it might be on Sherry's Facebook. A beautiful, beautiful Hogwarts uniform, which Mummy made for her from Amazon, and she put it on, and it just fits Dolly perfectly. She's got the cape with the red inside, and she looks absolutely beautiful. And tongue cute. It is a wow T-shirt, isn't it? Very wow, very wow. Pretty well. Okay. Where's that book? Oh, Alex is back on the computer and the headphones. Be careful with headphones. When you wear one is you get tinnitus, like I have after 50 years on radio. But the thing about the headphones is when people come in, they think you're keeping secrets from them. How would I know that? No idea. No idea. Craig is not here tonight. Oh, Saturday night's all right for dancing. Who's that? Looks like a good-looking version of me. That's my brother. That's Uncle Mark. Say hello to Uncle Mark. Okay. Yes, you thought. Okay, so come on, Charlie. There we go. There you go, Charlie. No, Charlie. Charlie, that is a human responsibility, taking out Penny's bookmark, because one is anything you see you like to eat. Yum, 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 like those emojis. Let's get rid of those emojis, meaning nothing to the YouTubers and Twitterers, but if there were more of them, we'd care. Okay, right. I've got nothing authority viewers. Right. Just right, that's it. That's all right, boys and girls and boys, mums and dads. There's some mums and dads sending some emojis there. Right, you're going to sit down. Okay, he's going to sit down in his basket. It's funny because it's upside down. He sat down on it. He hasn't noticed. Right, so now, can I just give you another warning, by the way, a health warning if you're eating Saturday night tea? Okay, if you're thank you, Chris. So, this is not for people of a nervous disposition or a stomach that's likely to hurl. Okay, this is now the pedigree of David Walliams. It's the world's worst teachers. Last night we found out the worst that could happen. I think this is the worst. Dr. Dredd and the chair of 1,000 farts, and he's disgusting. He's a professor, and he's disgusting. Just have a look at him. There he is. You can imagine. I mean, if you've got a relative like that, which I suspect some of you have, you'd know. So are we ready? Okay, now a girl's been sent to hospital. Okay. My brother, all right, Mike, you can have that one. My brother says he's got tinnitus, so we'll throw a can at him. Okay. So if one of the pupils in Dr. Dredd's science class did anything wrong, he had the perfect punishment. He would make them sit in his chair of 1,000 farts. No, the child would cry. Not the chair of 1,000 farts, anything but that. Dr. Dredd would grin, baring his fangs. Yes, boy, come here, he would say, beckoning as he rose up out of his chair, of course leaving one last brown bubble behind. But he'd be led to the chair and ordered to sit. Reluctantly they would. The entire class would look on at Dredd's poor victim, feeling the bottom berth slowly engulf them. Oh! They would scream as Dr. Dredd let out an evil cackle. Right, who else dares to talk in my lesson? There would be silence. Hi, Henry Harper. Just in time. There's more farts to come, don't worry. One day a boy arrived at Grunge Hill who would become the teacher's greatest foe. A boy so gruesome he made Dr. Dredd look like a beautiful princess. You might think that would be impossible, but you'd be wrong. That is because you've not met Bog. Bog was a boy who looked like he'd risen from a swamp rather than being born. No one knew if Bog was his real name or not, but it was certainly apt. Like a bog, he was damp and muddy. He had worms in his pockets, twigs and leaves in his hair, and moss growing out of his ears. When the boy walked, there was the sound of squelching. Squelch, squelch, squelch. Not only was he gruesome to look at, but Bog was bad too. Immediately became known as the baddest boy in the school. Bog never ever did his homework. His excuse? I ate it. Which was true. When the teacher became angry, Bob would snort with laughter. That hurt. He swiped all the loo rolls from every toilet in the school. Then he wrapped the history teacher, Mr. Obsolete, in it while he was snoozing, so he looked like an Egyptian mummy. I had to put the two noises together then, because David Walliams did. Okay. Of course you understand, you're grown-ups, aren't you? Next he pinched books from the library and tore out all the pages to wipe his bottom, even though he never normally even wiped his bottom. He put the wiggliest, waggliest worms inside the girls' shoes when they were outside playing netball. When they slipped their feet back in them, they were horrified. Ah, ooh, ah, yucky! That's him laughing. That's how he laughs. I'll do it again. Can you do that, children? Why don't you all do that on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. You little scamps. He let the air out of all the footballs and replaced it with his own bottom burps. So every time someone kicked the ball, a stink came out. He snotted on the floor just outside the boys' toilet until he created a big pool. Then he hid behind the lockers and watched as boy after boy slipped over on their bottoms. Slide! Oof! I've got to breathe out at some point. He started a snowball fight with mashed potato in the dining hall. Anybody got your mashed potato in there? No. It's all right. Relax. Relax, parents. I was teasing you folks. A big nose. He started a snowball fight with mashed potato in the dining hall. Bog made sure every kid got hit with a mash ball right in the face. Split, splat, splot. He nicked a pot of purple paint from the art room. He then painted his bottom purple and covered the walls in bum prints. Splut. He dropped a slippery, slappery, sluppery slug down the back of the head boy's shirt. He tricked some younger kids into swallowing live tadpoles by telling them they were yummy chocolate balls. Yeah, I want my mummy. However, Bog would save his absolute worst behaviour for the science lesson. He knew he'd met his match in Dr. Dread and was hell-bent on getting the better of him. If the boy was warned not to spill the bubbling liquid he was holding, as it would burn through the worktop, he'd pour it straight onto it. If Bog was ordered not to stick the iron filings to his face to create a comedy beard, he'd do it anyway. Ta-da! If Bog... iron filings. There you go. I don't know how they're sticking to his face, but I think he's got a sticky face, hasn't he? That's right. If Bog was told never to mix 2 acids together, as they would cause an explosion, he'd just do that. I think this picture speaks for itself. That's kaboom backwards. Move on. Bog! Dread barked one afternoon, spraying the entire class with his spittle. You're in deep, deep doo-doo. What have I done now, sir? Replied Bog with a smirk. Stuck this piece of paper to my back. Dr. Dread turned round, and on his lab coat was a sign that read, Beware, toxic gas. All the rest of the children in the classroom sniggered nervously. Hee hee hee. Quiet, boomed the teacher, and there was quiet. Dread continued, Bog, I have the perfect punishment for you, one that is guaranteed to reduce even the naughtiest of children to floods of tears. Bog, I command you, you must come and sit in my chair of 1,000 farts. I'm slightly overdoing this, aren't I? As the teacher rose from the chair, all eyes in the science rooms turned to the back of the class. To the surprise of all the kids, Bog had a big fat grin on his face. Gladly, sir, the boy replied brightly. With that, he hopped off his stool and skipped to the front. Before Dread could order the boy to sit, he'd already bounced down on the chair. Squelch! Sighed Bog, his nostrils flared to savour the scent, like a cartoon child sniffing gravy in a television commercial. What a delicious, he stuttered as well, what a delicious aroma. Dr. Dread looked lost. But boy, this is the dreaded chair of 1,000 farts, he thundered. Bog's expression turned to one of quiet concentration. Then a trumpet sound came from his bottom. Make that 1,001, sir. Sniggered the kids. Silence, thundered Dread. This had only made them laugh some more. I said, silence. But it was too late. Dread had lost control of his classroom. Is the dreaded bookmark, not a difficult word, bookmark of doom, which we will put in the book and come back for a lovely, lovely post-songs of praise story of a farty chair from David Williams. Enjoying this one, aren't you? I know what you're all trying to do. Don't. If you're going to make fart noises, make them only with your mouth. All right? I'm speaking from experience, children. I'm not going to tell them what happened. Oh, no, says Alex, not the bookmark. And all the gang, Alex says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Polly, Lily, didn't realise you were there. I'm sorry, you were so quiet and well behaved. Give us some time. And Penny says, no. Okay, yeah, you get the joke. Okay, where is it? I've left the joke over there because I was watching telly. So let me just think. I'm just trying to see if I can remember the joke. Yes, I've remembered the joke. That's a first, isn't it? Not remember my name, but I remember the joke. Okay. No, I can't remember the joke. I'm going to take off the microphone because you all talk amongst yourselves. All right. Sorry, Mike. Okay. So you stay there, and I'm going to get the joke. It's going to take a long time. Oh, I could have remembered it. Silly Grangrad Gordon. Put the microphone back on. Don't think it makes much difference, does it? I'll tell you what, this was some amazing. It cost £7.50, this microphone. All the television people are going to say, isn't it? At least we've got sound tonight. Yes. Oh, what happened last night? Oh, thank you very much. Alex has filled in with the joke. Those of you who are watching on Facebook Live. And when it's a door, not a door. When it's ajar. It's not while we're winning. But we've got a joke. Should we stop there? I mean, that was a very good joke. Alex, what do you think? Should we carry on? We carry on. So we had two jokes at the price of one. We have to put the license fee up. Right, here we go. Now, this is a classic joke. I did promise you this. So I think it's only fair, don't you? Yes. No. He's hungry. Don't show any emojis till the end of the joke. No, well, we finish the joke every night. I want to put lots of laughter emojis up. I want it to look like a fountain. This is Facebook Live. Sorry, YouTubers and Twitters. By the way, is any of my former employers or potential employers from the world of television or radio watching on Twitter? I'm doing this for the tinies, okay? And what I've done is I've shaved my head and put this very old makeup on and some old man's glasses, okay? All right. Don't start sending the emojis up yet. Right, we're going to stop till the emojis disappear. Just get rid of those. Get rid of those. No more emojis till the end of the joke. This has got to look like a professional television program. What's that? Yes. Okay, stand by. And then you do the emojis when I do the punchline. What do you call a dinosaur who's lost his glasses? I don't know. What do you call the dinosaur who's lost its glasses? Do you think he saw us? Oh, it's a goodie. Oh, you'd like. Oh, come on, throw those emojis at Charlie because he needs to lie down before we do the poem. Then aren't they? They haven't sent any. See, this is what I think because so many people are using the internet at the moment because of the paramedic that looks, things are coming up late. You see, coming up late. Now that's about a 30-second delay. Hey, that's like the one show. One show has a delay when they're talking to somebody in the studio. Make yourself laugh there, didn't you? Yes, I did actually. Yeah. Okay. Right. That's it. Time for our final fight, and I know you like to join in, and nothing gives me more pleasure. Well, a couple of things do, but one of the things that gives me a lot of pleasure is the fact that you little tinies out there, not so little tinies, Georgia, nearly 11, got a letter from their new headmistress today. I know. Yeah. So we're going to that you join in with Smiling is Infectious because we're doing this nearly 70 times now, and yes, we've run and we've been doing this from day one. So this is Smiling is Infectious by Spike Milligan, and I suspect Spike Milligan would be very pleased to know we're doing this. Yes, I am just trying to avoid royalties. Okay, Smiling is Infectious by Spike Milligan, that well-known typinger. Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. That's my smile. I passed around the corner, and someone saw my grin. When he smiled, I realized I passed it on to him. I thought, this is me thinking, about that smile, then I realised its worth. A single smile, just mine, could travel around the earth. So, if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start a smile epidemic quick. There we go. And get the world. Oh, we'll take a big run of it. You first, Charlie. Infected with a smile. You've been great. Charlie's been great. I've been here. Thank you so very much. Have a great night. Have a great Saturday. Time to go to bed now. Already, a couple of sleep. And tomorrow, here, after you've brushed your teeth and had a bath and brushed your bath, I want you in your nightwear, ready for bed. Okay? Night. Okay, we're going to say goodbye to the YouTubers first. And the YouTubers, bye-bye.